What's good, everybody? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, the Grandmaster Troll, giving you the best trolling content YouTube has to offer. Shout out to the Reject Army, Nif-Nons, dishwashers, bedwetters, and all that. But most importantly, witness the power and the might that is the Grandmaster Troll. So, I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting tired of the so-called cooning. So the title of this one is The Real Coons of the Communitah, a questionable stream. But this just may be my last stream because what I say tonight, it should get my channel flagged down. It should get it terminated. I should get a strike. They will ban my IP address and they will ban me from YouTube, and I'm okay with that because if I could get away from these niggas in the community, I'll be fine. So what do you guys talk? What's got into the Grandmaster Troll? Why is he so mad? Why? Well, it's just like the song I played, cause in today's day and age, we got a lot of coons out here, and we have the guy who made that song I played, Bobby Smurd. He was a coon. Let's just keep it. Let's just call a spade a spade. Bobby Smurder was a coon. You seen him when he went to the record company to promote that video, how he was dancing on chairs and tables in front of a room full of white people about how he was going to kill niggas, how he was going to shoot niggas, how he was selling drugs, how he was victimizing his own people and his own community to the point where they gave him $1 million record deal. And then since he was living that life, he got locked up for various crimes, of course, against other black people. The same people who Bobby Smurder was dancing for, since he couldn't make them no money, they let him rot in jail. Now, this video, I probably won't talk about a particular YouTuber in particular, but I'm gonna talk about something that happened in my personal life. Some things that if you guys follow me on Facebook, you guys may know about. You guys know I'm in a part of this officiating company called Tailor Made Officials. I had my own filming thing. Everything was going good, but then a disease called the coonitis popped up out of nowhere. Some of you guys are saying, what is the coonitis? What is the coonitis? See, the coonitis, it's a disease that hits black people and it makes black people victimize other black people. That's what this disease is called, coonitis. So with that said, I gotta introduce you to somebody. I gotta introduce you to Will Smith. No, not the actor Will Smith, not the Grammy award-winning Will Smith, the famous actor, rapper turned businessman, the guy who gives back to the community. No, not that Will Smith. See, this Will Smith right here, he hasn't been bitten by the coonitis, yet. The Will Smith that I'm talking about is this Will Smith. Yes, Will Smith, the thief. So we gotta understand something about these coons, because one of the coon characters out here is the coon like Umar Johnson, the coon like Zaza Ali. They will use the plight, the black struggle to, try to start a business, open up a school, have a retreat, all of that pro-black stuff. You guys know how it works. You guys seen these dudes. They get people to buy into them, start a company. They will even pay them a couple of dollars. But we gotta talk about the thief, Will Smith here. So I gotta break down to you an email that I got months ago because we were trying to rectify this incident. We were trying to get officials paid for the work. I was a board member on this company. So what happened was, this is what happened. Let's see if I could pull up the email, read it to you, and show you guys what's going on. So this is an email from one. Let me see. I'm going to get Will Smith's picture out here. This is an email from my boy Landon. My boy Landon is the guy in the black shirt right here. You know, the guy in the middle, his name is Mitchell. Both of these brothers right here were done dirty by Will Smith, who sits on the left. See what these coons like to do? They like to take pictures, act like the people that they are about to rob, are family, they really care about them. That's what these coons like to do. So when we go back to the email, if you guys could read it, I'll read it to you. It says, "Good evening, Will Smith." See, that's how you know Landon is a good person. Because when somebody's robbing you, stealing money from you, you don't tell them good evening. But he started off the email, "Good evening, Will Smith. After consulting with legal counsel and submitting various text messages plus other forms of communication between yourself and I, as well as other associates employed with TaylorMade, I have been advised to open a case with small claims and handle this matter before a judge. I was advised to give a reasonable amount of time for payment, and it's been well over 6 months. Your recent responses of all day, every day to my statement of you robbing me has brought our conversation to an end, and the conclusion that we will not be able to rectify this conflict. I will be suing TaylorMade Officials Basketball Association as a company and not Will Smith personally. This is my official resignation. I ask that my name, image, and other identifying information be removed from the website and social media platforms." Will Smith responded, "We all have receipts and text messages, so do what you have to do. Thank you." And then Landon responded to TMOBA, "Your receipts show that I have not been paid for games ending in November and the beginning of December, nor have I received uniforms that I paid for, which I no longer need. We both have invoices for those games and what was to be paid that we agreed on. So again, I'm not sure of the reason you have refused to pay. You have admitted through messages, which I'm sure you have, that you owe me the money, and the only reason you could not pay me was because I needed to sign the contract, which I did. Then when I still could not get paid, you said I had to come meet with you, but never stated why. Money is sent through Chase Pay and not a physical check. So if you have the receipts, I don't see why you can't honor them without us having to pay court costs, which I will also be seeking in my claim. And all our matches, you agree that you owe the money, and never once have you denied owing me the money. So I know that is not the issue. Hopefully we can resolve this in court, and I can finally get an answer of why I have not been paid, because this has been going on for too long." And again, Will Smith, like you responded the first time, we have all the receipts and text messages, so you don't have to think. So you don't have to do thank you. No, that old bullshit. So that was something that was the receipts. So what happened during this time? There was a couple of officials who haven't been paid for games that they've done. I was one of the officials who haven't been paid, but I wasn't so steadfast on getting paid because I was going through some other stuff. I had a death in the family. I was out of the state at the moment. But when I came back to the state, I wanted to get paid the money that I was supposed to get for the games that I refereed. So what happened was I would call your boy Will Smith. Let me see if I can bring his picture back up. Not that picture. The thief Will Smith. I'm gonna bring his picture up. I would call this guy, see if I could get paid, see if the other officials could pay. He would ghost on the calls, not respond. You guys know what niggas do when they owe you money. They try to duck and hide you and run from you. and all that other nonsense. So with that said, I had to go to the gym and see if I could bump into Will Smith. I was able to bump into him one time. I told him about, hey, Will Smith, man, you owe all these people money. What's going on? He gave all these excuses about a fire that happened in the Santa Rosa area, so he was moving from spot to spot. So I said, okay, fine. I'll give you your time to do what you gotta do, but make sure you let the people that you owe money to tell them, hey, man, I'm not able to pay your money because I'm going through this. I expect to have you paid on this day. So months passed, or I should say a couple of weeks passed, and the people still wasn't getting paid. So he reached out to me. Then I had to go find him in the gym because he was ignoring my calls. So one day, I guess there were some games he needed referees. So he hit me, hey, can you referee? So I went to the gym to get paid and to possibly referee and to also make sure the other officials got paid. So I got paid a little bit of money, but it wasn't everything that I was owed, so I didn't referee. So Will Smith had to referee the game by himself because he wouldn't call the other officials, and I didn't want to be involved with that. But that's what these coons like to do in the so-called community. And you guys see him all day. You guys see him all day, robbing folks in the communitah, beating up folks, is causing a real ruckus. And these so-called coons, they always get a pass because they call guys like ABL, guys like Xanatos Clutch, guys like O'Shea. They will call them people coons. But they won't call the people that's scamming people out of hard-earned money coons. But it gets further than that, because I gotta take y'all down through the rabbit hole, because it's a nice rabbit hole of coon behavior that goes on in the community that you guys see, but you guys don't talk. We got Truth Exposed. He says, I don't work for a black company. You never get paid. So there was a Facebook exchange between me, Will, and the people he owed money and all that nonsense. And he basically said, you know what? I'm not going to pay you guys because you guys have been fired. And since you've been fired, you're not going to get paid for your services rendered. But from what I understand, if you work and you work a certain number of hours, then you get paid. You get paid for the things that you work. So there was a lot of stuff that went on in Facebook and all that other stuff. But what happened was that post got attention. Because part of the reason I'm using social media is to put, if people is fucking up, you go out and you put them on blast. So we went to go put your boy Will Smith on blast. So what happened was, one of my Facebook associates, I should say, I guess he saw the post, because in our private group, Sports Talk No Bullshit, go ahead on Facebook, you can search it. I did a post right here, a sports related post. And this is how we're going to bring down the other coon of the communitah right here. It was about the WNBA. It was about the WNBA. A topic completely not involved with this officiating thing. But somebody who read the post had the nerve to comment, Arian Moore. It says, Ken Kennedy Thomas, you get to choose what parts are entitlement. Again, he was talking about the post because I said in terms to the WNBA lockout, female entitlement, the league will fold in 10 years. He said this is part of a negotiations and packages. And then he tagged somebody else, Dennis McDonald, come get your boy. Ken's getting hustled from the ref business now. See, this is what the second layers of coons like to do. Is when people are getting robbed, when people are getting shot, when people are getting beat up in the communitah. Let's see if I could pull him up real quick. See if they let me pull him up real quick. See, I gotta search him. We'll go ahead and we'll search him real quick. When people is getting robbed, people getting beat up, killed, fights, whatever fuckeries happen in the community, there's a certain group of black people that get bit by the coonitis. And when these bystanders see the violence, see the crime going on in the community, instead of trying to stop it, instead of trying to diffuse it, instead of trying to rid of it, what these Negroes will do is they will laugh at the dysfunction in the community. Yes, they will laugh at the dysfunction in the community. And when I saw that, who I thought was my boy, Arian Moore, we're going to pull up some photos of him real quick. For you guys that don't know about Arian Moore, he's the admin in the sports talk group, but he has a condition that I don't know the name of it, but you can go on this profile and you can see him. He's part of the whatever foundation what helps to fight whatever disease that he has. I guess it makes him not able, I guess it makes him not able to move. They have to go about and live their lives in a wheelchair and have help. But these, when they get bit by the coonitis, they want you to have empathy for them in their situations, but they will get on Facebook and they will laugh at other black people getting robbed for their money. This is what happens in the community. You see, these are the real coons of the community. This is what they do. They will actually laugh. They will actually laugh at people in the community getting robbed. Hold on, we gotta do something real quick. Seems I'm having a problem with somebody. But people are getting robbed in the community and people are laughing. Now the question I want to ask the people in the chat room. The question I want to ask the people in the chat room. When my boy Will Smith was out here robbing folks, let me see if I could put his picture up. No, not that Will Smith, because he got good sense. I'm talking about this Will Smith. When he was out there robbing black people out of hundreds of dollars, what do you guys think he did with the money? If you think he bought a car with the money he was robbing, press 1. If you think he was buying drugs with the money, press 2. If you think he was investing in his business, trying to make it better, press 3. If you think he was tricking the money on big booty white bitches, press 4. 1 for a car, 2 for drugs, 3 if he was reinvesting the money he stole, or 4 he was investing the money on big booty white bitches. Press 1, 2, 3, or 4. Now I see a couple of people hitting numbers. You can't press 1. You can't press more than 1 number. You can only press 1 number. You can't say 1, 2, and 4. 1 if you think he bought a Ferrari. 2 if you think he was spending it on drugs. 3 if you think he invested it back in his business to grow his business. Or number 4, he was spending the money on big booty white bitches. What do you guys think? Now I want you to look at the numbers in the chat room. Notice how nobody picked number 3, because investing money back into your business is something that niggas, is something that coons don't do. And even the people in the chat room can see that. But let me see if I could show you what one coon Will Smith was doing. Let's see if I could pull up what he was doing. Let's see if I could. What was it? A car he was buying? Was it drugs, or was he on big booty white bitches? Let's see if I could find it real quick. Let's see what Will Smith is doing with money. Now you see how these coons, get down. You see how they do. You see how they conduct themselves. You see how they conduct themselves out here. They out here after they rob their own community. They will literally go to Vegas and trick the money off on big booty white bitches. Where do they do that at? They do that right here in the communitah after they rob you. I believe we had Allen Iverson just a couple of days ago. Somebody stole his jewelry worth up to $500,000. I'm willing to bet my life it was a nigga that did it. I'm willing to bet my life it was a nigga that stole that backpack with $500,000 worth of jewelry. I'm willing to bet my life on it. But this is what coons do. This is what they do day in and day out. Tricking money off on big booty white bitches. You see it right there. You actually see it right there. Let me see if I could replay this video right here. Cause this is what happened. During the month of September, as you saw with the email, people was calling looking for Will, trying to get paid this and that. You know, he does his, like every year he does his birthday tour when he goes whatever, but people is looking to get paid. They trying to find Will. They calling Will. They texting Will. They emailing Will. They hitting him up. They hitting him up on Facebook trying to get paid. They hitting me trying to see if I know where Will at. I can't get in contact with him. The reason I can't get in contact with him, cause he on Facebook posting videos of himself tricking off on big booty white bitches. Let's play it again. Look at it. Look at it right there. Look at it. Big booty white bitch. People calling. People got kids. They got families. They gotta feed, bills they gotta take care of. And he literally, knowing he not gonna pay him, and he tricking the money off that they gave him on white bitches. And then when he came back, people looking for him, he don't want to pay him. But that's some of the coons in the communitah right there. That's some of the coons in the communitah right there. There's also another coon that's kind of dangerous. I think this is another dangerous coon. And it's the coon that, and it's a coon that kind of like how Minister Louis Farrakhan did. He got himself banned on Facebook. Now he got himself banned on Twitter because they want to cry about how bad racism is in this country, how racist white folks is. You guys see these coons. You even got another coon that's leading the ADOS movement claiming that skin folks should get reparations. They know they make a good argument, but when people say in the meantime you should start your own business so you be able to better do this and that, they can't do it. But this is why I think this coon doesn't get taken seriously. When they talk about redlining, the wealth, the racism in this country. This is the problem that this coon has. This is what this coon does. They claim how racist white people are. Yet they will take themselves into a white restaurant owned by white people. They will actually sit down and give them their hard-earned money and eat their food. Now, some of you guys are saying, GMT, that sounds a little bit outrageous. Well, what the hell are you talking about? If white people are that racist and they're out to get you and they trying to kill you, wouldn't it be safe to assume that they're putting stuff in your food and drink, but you claim white people is so racist you would actually eat at a restaurant? Oh, it gets deeper than that. You mean you claim white people are so racist and you're stealing all the money? You would literally go to a white bank and put all your money in a white bank because you trust white people to watch over your money? You mean you claim you getting redlined by white people, but you will still go to that white real estate agent, that white real estate brokerage company, and you will buy a house or rent from white people? You mean you on social media claiming how racist white people are, but you come on a white man's platform, you type from a white man's electronic device as you're sitting on a couch or a chair or a car that was manufactured, marketed, and sold by white people, as you're wearing clothes that's been branded, advertised, and distributed by white people? You mean you telling me white people is so racist you would actually go to a company that's owned by white folks and work there 40 hours a week, and every Friday or every 2 Fridays or every 2 weeks you get a direct deposit in your bank account because white people is so racist? You mean white people is feeding you, housing you, clothing you, providing your entertainment, and you have the nerve to get on Facebook and talk about how racist white people are and how they got they foot on your necks and how you can't do nothing, this, that, and the such? Is that what y'all Negroes is doing out here on social media, Louis Farrakhan? You mean when somebody break into your house, you will pick up the phone and call 911 hoping that white officers come to your rescue because that's how racist white folks are? Is that what y'all coons is trying to tell me? But they will label me a coon for saying what I just said. They will label me a coon for saying some of the things I just said. You see, these are the real coons of the community. I know y'all Negroes want reparations. You guys make a good case for reparations. But you got more insurance on that damn iPhone than insurance you got on yourself. But you want to cry about racism? You want to cry about all of that? Is that what I got to look for at my communitah, where I'm literally sitting back? I'm watching y'all rob each other. I'm watching y'all kill each other. I'm watching y'all do a whole bunch of asinine things. I just watched Kobe Bryant die in a helicopter crash, and I had to watch cool ass women celebrate the death of Kobe Bryant, all because he was married to a female that was non-black, non-ADOS. Is that what y'all coons is doing? Is that what I got to look forward to? I can't go to the club with you. I can't go to the mall with you. I saw a video of a high school basketball game that got shot up because some cones came in with a gun and started shooting. So I can't even go to work because I gotta worry about when the next coon gonna come in and shoot up the place. I can't go to work. I can't go to the club. I can't go to church with you. If I listen to the SYSBM and the Black Manosphere, I can't even date them. Is this where the communitah has gone? Where I gotta constantly look over my shoulder because there's some coon out there that's trying to victimize somebody just because they black. I remember I was trolling one BGS Itmore. I had people write in the chat room. I even had BGS said, "You trolling me, doing this videos on me. Why don't you troll them white supremacist groups?" And I'm sitting back. White supremacist groups ain't robbing me. White supremacist groups, from what I seen, ain't shooting nobody. They not selling drugs. They not breaking into people's houses. It's you coons that's out here doing that. And when we call you out, you want to call the people that's calling you out on your dysfunction coon. All I want to know is, where do they do that at? And when you decide to walk away, leave the abuse, like we're seeing with the SYSBMO, because they're not just running away from the so-called black woman. They running away from the communitah because they don't want to be victims. They don't want their kids, their family, who they try to go out, who they love, and who they try to go out here, protect, and provide for, to become victims. So with that said, it's your boy, the Grandmaster Troll. You gotta watch out for the coons out here. You know what they look like. You know where they go. You know where they be. You know why they do what they do. You know what they gonna do before they do it. Every time you see a video of these coons out here fighting each other, shooting at each other, robbing each other, victimizing, you got the person holding the phone, laughing, hee hee ha ha, like it's funny. The dysfunction has gone on for so long that when it's being recorded, you actually see people in the background of these videos laughing at what's going on in their own community. We got John the analyst. He says he stay off MLK Jr. Boulevard. These coons talk about redlining, how they've been gentrified out of neighborhoods, but every time I look up, when Big Mama died, when Auntie died, when Granddad died, and it's time for them to take ownership of that house, the first thing they do is they take the first check. When somebody throw a little bit of money for that house that granddad and grandma worked for all their lives, the first person who throw a check on, they take the money, they go trick it off, not to reinvest in the business, but as you guys saw, tricking off on big booty white bitches. And then when they look up and they look around, they see there's no ownership that was in an affluent black neighborhood or in a up and coming black neighborhood. They want to get on YouTube and talk about gentrification. Nah, you didn't get gentrified. You sold out to the lowest bidder and got the bad end of the stick because you didn't know shit. And now you want to get on TV talking about how your neighborhood being gentrified. Oh no. Oh no, you can't tell that to me. Because I seen what the brothers on here talk about. I asked questions about what happened to the house that such and such had. Oh man, we had that house when when grandma died, we sold it, man. And then I took my money, man. I took my little chunk of money. I got this nice BMW right here, man. Oh, I was in debt. I couldn't manage my debt, so I had to pay off this debt. And after I paid off that debt, I didn't have money to do much else. So we got Netta Youngblood. She says they always want something for nothing. Let's see if I could read this, because you said something. I was reading. See, there's something else you got to understand about the coon. Netta Youngblood said the coon character was born during American slavery. Slave masters and overseers often describe slaves as slow, lazy, once pushing and eye-serving and trifling. The master and the slave operated with two different motives. The master desired to obtain from the slave the greatest labor by any means. The slave desired to do the least labor while avoiding punishment. The slave registered his protest against slavery by running away when that was not possible. By slowing work, he would do shoddy work. He would destroy work tools and fake illnesses. Slave masters attributed the slave's poor work performance to shiftiness, stupidity, desire for freedom, and genetic deficiencies. You see, when I go to work and I watch these so-called coons work, I see them come in late. I see them sit in the break room for 30 minutes before they start their shift. They will literally go to the time clock in, and then go sit in the break room for an hour. That's called stealing. Or they get on the work floor and do a half-ass job. When it was time to take a 15-minute break, they would take a 30-minute break. When they had a 30-minute lunch, they would take a 45-minute lunch. When they had an hour break lunch. They would take an hour and 15 lunch. They would clock in late, clock out early. It's the same game, only a different time. Now, if I would say that, there's going to be the pro-blacks that say, how can you say that about slavery, man? Only thing I'm doing is drawing the parallel. I know slavery was wrong. We all know slavery was wrong. And yeah, y'all should get reparations for it. But from where I stand, you guys got free access into the American economy, and y'all not taking advantage. Y'all don't buy life insurance. Y'all don't invest in stocks. Y'all don't invest in mutual funds. Y'all don't invest in index. Y'all don't invest in real estate. You won't start your own business. Hell, you won't even work hard. That's why them reparations ain't coming. You think them reparations coming? Let me tell you right now. If you think you getting a reparations check, you got another thing coming. You got another thing coming. I know you not getting a reparation. Hell, you even know you ain't getting a reparations check. But that don't stop you Negroes from getting on YouTube. Hashtag ADOS. We coming for a check. We coming for the reparations. Okay. I, I don't think you got it in you to get reparations. So with that said, I'm at the 45-minute mark. You know I like to keep my stream short and sweet. Short and sweet. It's your boy D Grandmaster Troll, the most dangerous troll on YouTube. You gotta watch out for these coons out here. They have destroyed and are destroying communities. You are literally watching them. Facebook Live on YouTube. Upload. We got Kid Organ. He got a whole channel of these coons cutting up. He'll be able to do content till the day he died. Cause you niggas can't get it together. You can't get it together. You need some get right. And you don't want to get right. For some reason, you don't want to do what you're supposed to be doing. You can't do it. You know what you gotta do. You know you gotta go out and work. You know you gotta invest. You know you gotta self-improve. You know you gotta save your money. You know you gotta be disciplined with your money. You're still buying and smoking the weed. You're still in the clubs tricking your money off on white bitches. I'm done.